Om Swastiastu. Hello everyone, good morning. So today I'm Novita. I will continue the reading novel. The title is The Beast Heard by Shallcross, part 16. Okay, let's go. A year. She has given me a year of her life. And after the year was up, what then? Banishing visions of my vast, empty house was easy when for now I could see its files with the sunshines of her presence. Who knew what would happen in a year? In this place where magic heart sticks in the air, I had determined to walk like a man, and my very bones had shifted and stretched. So now I stood upright with no trouble. Perhaps there were other things awaiting me. Chapter 7. Okay, I took up a book I had been reading and tried to concentrate. Naturally, it was difficult with my toe continually flying away from the dry. Princewards and towards the living, breathing woman who was somewhere in my domain. I made little headway and was reading the same speech for the third or fourth time, when I was once again distracted, this time by a dancing glimmer of light in the corner of my eyes. I laid aside my book a little more tendered around the edge than it had previously been, and I stared at it. It was a winking gleam on one wall, obviously a reflection from some shining object. I turned to find the source and noticed the draped mirror that had appeared on the wall the previous evening. A silver of the glass stood exposed where the drapes did not fully cover it. And sunbeams glancing in from the window where the curtains were only partly drawn, struck the silver edge and brought its ghostly twins to life on the opposite wall. Nothing in this place was random. So I rose and went and stood before the crimson street. I took a breath and carefully pushed it aside. For a moment I saw my unfinished reflection dashed against its clothes. This time, when it's clear, I was looking in up at the small pale room, sepulchral furnished and looking somewhat grey. There was no fire in the grate, only clothes ashes. A young woman lay in the once comfortable chair and her hands over her face. As I watched her shoulders half unshook as though she was weeping silently. A door opens and Isabel's father comes into the room. She stood looking at the young woman for a few moments with a curious expression of his face, part grief and pride, and part bitter frustration. "Where is your sister?" she asked, and his voice, while clear, sounds hollow and far away, as though I were listening to him speak from the bottoms of a wall. The young woman raised a once tear-stained face to look at him. Her skin was very pale, almost blue, and there was deep shadows under her eyes. She looked thin and ill-wrapped in a thick shawl. "She is still abed," replied the young man, in a weak, petulant voice. "There is no fire and I have not eaten. There is no breakfast." Isabel's father closed his eyes and pressed one hand to his forehead. "Isabel is gone," she said in a voice flat with grief. We will have to save a best we can. And you and your sisters will have to learn to do the tasks that fell to her. She looks after me, said the young man tremulously. She knew I was too ill to do housework. She turns her face away and her father sighed. He left the room, and for a few moments I stood watching Isabel's sister staring into the space with her cheeks jammed for crying. A hollow sense crept over me. Had grief at Isabel's departure injured this woman's soul? Or worse, he had been infiled, possibly drained, and Isabel her grief nurse. Would Isabel's absence leave her comfortless and spare her death? The young woman gave a loud groan. Childless, she sobbed and put her hands over her face, beginning to cry in earnest. My horror at the possible consequence of my actions gave the way to new function. Was he grieving over Isabel or someone else? Isabel's father came back into the room, followed by another young woman. She was older than the first, yet clearly young enough to be another of Isabel's sisters. Indeed, both had something of her in their face. The older sister was dragged down, the other her mouth set in hard, bitter line. "Make a fire," said Isabel's father, "and see what you can do about food for her." He went down, leaving the two women staring at each other. The middle sister gave a quiet sob and looked piteously at the older. You will not show me kindness even now," she said, kindly shrinking into her soul. "I cannot see you ever need it," said the elder sister, "and you will find none while you lie on your couch and continue to whimper about what is gone and cannot be regained." The middle sister sprang up from her couch, the movements laying her apparent legs off stretch. "You don't know what it's like to have your heart broken," she cries furiously, more tears piling agree over her cheeks. The older sister pressed both her hands to her forehead, the gesture making to her look very much like her father. "No, I do not," she said in a dry, resigned voice. "But the fact remains Isabel has gone, and now we too will have to steer ourselves or will freeze, starve and die in stickings and washed clothes. The best money might buy the service of the tired moments, but we still cannot pay enough someone to do all the things Isabel did for love of you. I do not even know where to start." She looks at her sisters. "Pick your chores. I don't care what I do." The glass begins to close over again, and I was left looking into my own eyes. I hurriedly pulled the clothes to and went to sit back by the fire. My wine glass my full again, and sipped it gratefully. What did it mean? At least I knew Isabel's father was now safe at home. But her sister, was I really the cause of their unhappiness? Nature has demonstrated the profound guilt their father's sons. Although the middle sister was obviously deeply sorry for herself, there had not even been any particular disgust in the elder sister's voice when she mentioned my name. I entered and half frustrated, half mousy. This family has afforded more diversions in the last few minutes than I had ever found in this empty house in the last however many years. Okay guys, that's all my reading novel today. I will continue the next video. Bye bye.